All right. What's going on, guys? It is Austin, Osworth, whatever you want to call me. Um, and I just wrapped up streaming for my first stream of the decade. Um, a little corny. That's all right. Um, yeah. I couldn't sleep. It's kind of late right now, but I've been meaning to make this video for a while, and I don't want to keep putting it off because eventually I'm just never gonna make it if I do. So yeah, this is kind of just a little year-end cap-off video to sort of talk about how the year went for me. Sorry, I keep looking down. When I'm thinking, I look down. Um, just to sort of talk about how things went this year, what we're looking forward to in the future, and yeah, just kind of a thank you video at the same time. I'm gonna try not to edit this too much, but it's late and I get really rambly, so you know we might do a little editing. We'll see, but I'll try to keep it to a minimum. So yeah, I just wanted to start off by saying this year went, you know, way beyond what I ever could have anticipated. I started this year with sort of a list of goals. Um, a lot of that was YouTube stuff. A lot of that was personal stuff. I won't get into the personal stuff too much because that's not why we're here, are we? So this was my first real year in attempt at streaming. I never had the means to stream before. I tried to make videos. I have a bunch of videos on my channel. A lot of them suck. Uh, so if you're looking for them, probably don't want to. There's a couple good ones. The bootleg stuff videos aren't bad. But yeah, I decided somewhere along the line that I wanted to try streaming. Um, when you're not full time doing this, it's really hard to find the time to edit. Um, and trying to compete in that marketplace is pretty tough, regardless, even if you do have all the time in the world. Not that streaming's that much easier, but at least I don't have to edit things. So yeah, I kind of wanted to just give like a little retrospective. I don't want this to be too long. But yeah, I started off this year with kind of nothing really going for me. I was working a job that was it was all right. Wasn't really getting paid very well. But we won't go into that. I've talked about that plenty. And somewhere along the line, something happened. My job actually shut down. And so they offered us to go to a different location. We did. It sucked. Me and my boss ended up quitting on the same day. It was a whole thing. So I saved up. I had a bunch of money saved up. I'm pretty good with money, thankfully. So I decided I'm going to use this money that I have saved up as kind of a timer and just see how far I can go with this streaming thing, and try to kind of give myself something to work with. So a platform to build off of, if you will. And as I said, we blew past all my expectations. My goal at the start of the year was at 100 subs. We went past that, clearly. It was at 100 subs, and then I had an unrealistic goal, which was 250. And here we are, first day of the new decade, sitting at, I think, 345, 346. So things have been going well. Things have been going real well. A lot better than I expected. And you guys have sort of given me hope a little bit that maybe this could be a thing. Maybe I could make it doing this shit. Not to get all weird. This is gonna be a more personal video, so strap in. Might get in the feels a little bit. I'm gonna try not to though. But yeah, again, we're going a little too far in the future. I wanted to kind of start off by talking about, not really talking about. I just kind of want to give thanks to people who kind of helped me along the way, to those of you out there that support me every day in this streaming thing. But first of all, that all has to start with Nick, my best fucking friend. Nicky was 17. His channel's in the link of every description, because he's just my boy that much. You know, it can kind of feel sort of discouraged to kind of reach for your dreams a little bit, as corny as that sounds. You know, when you're trying to do something like this and turn it into your career, there's not a lot of people out there that are gonna take that at face value and be like, oh yeah, go for it, you know, because nothing about this is guaranteed. And not a lot of people will really know about this kind of world, you know, of streaming and what that can lead to. And a lot of people don't look at it as a viable career path. And it's not a likely one, but I'll be damned if I don't fucking want it, you know? And throughout all of that sort of, that struggle of nobody really getting it, you know what I mean? No one understanding what it is that I want to do. The one constant there that was always the person I could kind of lean on to relate to in this situation is Nick. And I can't really express to him how thankful I am for his friendship, for his support. He's my fucking guy. He knows that. Love you, bro. Love you, man. And he has the same dream. You know, he wants to do this too. So if you guys wouldn't mind checking out his channel, I'm sure you would appreciate that. He's been really busy with work. So, sorry, my hair looks fucking weird. I said it's like 3 a.m. If you guys wouldn't mind checking out his channel, dropping him a sub, and encouraging him to go live a little more, that would be great. I would really, really appreciate that. He's my best friend. I love him to death. And I want to bring him with me on this journey. You know, I want it to be a duo thing, you know? So, first things first, the thanks goes to Nick. Yeah, shout out to my boy. Secondarily, of course, you guys are next. You know, it's I would have no reason to make this video if not for you guys. So thank you to everybody and anybody who has ever stopped by the stream, who's ever watched the videos, who's ever left a like, a comment, subbed, anybody who's spent any amount of their time here on this channel hanging out with me. Thank you, truly. It really does mean a lot to me. So, you know, I hope you guys understand. You know, sometimes I worry that it doesn't come across just how appreciative I am. And that's the last thing I want. You know, it's mind-blowing to me. I think that's why sometimes it can be kind of hard to express, because a lot of the time I can't even believe it. You know, like, I didn't think that I would make any money on this until I had at least 1,000 subscribers. And even at that point, I figured it would take a while, you know, to really see any of that. And here we are at 350 subs almost, and we've gotten some ridiculous support from Orange Lion. He's donated like $250, something like that. No, over 250, somewhere around there. It's nuts. Shout out to Orange Lion. He's the man. Shout out to Paul as well, who donates very often. Appreciate that. Excuse me. Gross. I'll probably edit that out. Yeah, shout out to German and Jackie. They were also incredibly generous. Pixel, you know, anybody who has ever dropped any amount of money on the stream, it's insanely appreciated. And hopefully I can kind of pay you guys back by just being here and doing my thing. I don't know if that's enough, but that's all I can really do. So I'm gonna try my best. And even for those of you who don't have the means to donate, which is most people, I appreciate you guys just as much as anybody else. You know, I wouldn't love streaming as much as I do if it weren't for you guys being there and having these conversations with me and hanging out with your boy. So thank you. Thank you all so much. I'm honestly really shocked at how things have gone. You know, you guys have sort of, you know, to dip back into that a little bit, when you do this for a while, especially starting out, it can feel like you're never going to make it. You know, it can really feel like, damn, this is fucking impossible. You know what I mean? When you first start and you're streaming to one people, boy, it's definitely 3 a.m. One person or two people is what I meant. It's cool. You know, it's cool to have anybody in the stream, but eventually when a couple months pass and you're like, damn, it's just one person every time, you know. You can start to sort of get in your own head and think like, damn, is this possible? Like, can I do this? And you start questioning if it's possible for people to even find your channel. Then you start doubting yourself, like, am I not entertaining enough to have people want to stay even if they do watch? And like, you start to have these doubts, but then, you know, eventually you hit a point, and I've hit that point where I'm really kind of starting to believe in myself, you know, and that's a big thing. You know, approval from other people is fantastic, but at the end of the day, you know, you need to believe in yourself first and foremost, because if you don't believe in yourself, you can't really expect anyone else to. You know, you have to give yourself that opportunity to, you know, the opportunity to give yourself an opportunity, if that makes sense. Like, you have to let yourself go for it. And to do that, to really go for it, you got to believe in yourself in some way, some small way. And having you guys in my corner has just escalated that so much. Like, it's just to see messages from you guys saying like, you're gonna make it one day, you know what I mean, like your channel is gonna be big, you deserve to be a streamer, like this and that. Like, those are the messages that really like cut deep, you know what I mean, like that, because that's something that's a struggle as a streamer, you know, like the feeling of, damn, I don't know if I can do this. And to have people in your corner telling you like you can do it and that like they believe in you, it hits me in the fucking feels, man. It really does. Like, anytime I see a message like that, it's just, damn, like it gets me. So thank you for that support, truly. Because if I'm being honest, like, it's no secret, but people like you that are here right now when this channel drops, you guys are like the lifeblood of channels like mine. You know, if you guys didn't decide to take a chance on my tiny ass channel, nobody would. You know, like, I would just be sitting here and nobody would watch, no one would ever discover me, and you guys would just, not you guys, but people would just continue to watch the big guys, you know, because they're great. You know, I like watching streams, and I know that I have a lot of competition, and a lot of really talented competition at that. So I really really appreciate that you guys, that there are people like you out there who are willing to watch somebody who doesn't have thousands of subs or millions of subs or hundreds of thousands, whatever. There, you know, the fact that there are people out there that will take a chance on someone like me is how channels like mine survive. So thank you for that. I know I've spent this whole video saying thank you, but that's pretty much what this video is. So, you know, here we are. Okay, I'm going to take a little detour off of that and talk about 2020 in the future and what to expect. What to expect is a lot of the same of what I'm doing now. I don't plan on slowing down. Quite the opposite. I plan on putting my foot on the gas even harder. I've never felt more confident in myself, my abilities in this channel than I do now. And I'm going to capitalize on that as much as I can. You know, expect me to be here all the fucking time, you know, because I'm going to try to be as much as I can. You know, I've got some things kind of rattling around in the old brain that I would love to see come to life this year, but they're not fleshed out enough for me to really want to talk about them yet. So, you know, I'll tell you guys of that stuff when it happens, or when it's about to happen. But yeah, I eventually want to try to set a schedule. It's kind of hard because I don't have like set games that I play, but I'm going to try to start streaming earlier for the people out there that can't watch at certain times. People like Bryce. Shout out to Bryce. I'm going to do a couple more shout outs at the end of the video. Stay tuned for that. Because I want this to be kind of a bookmark, you know, where you can go back and you know, we'll talk about the OGs a little bit, you know, and you guys will be in this video forever. So, yeah, I want to stream earlier and I want to go late. You know, I want to start streaming like at least 6 hours would be great. I want to do more stuff with the community. We did that Uno game night. That was a lot of fun. I want to start doing that more. I want to stream with Nick more. But ultimately, I'm going to be doing my thing, man. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. It seems to be working. So, we're just going to keep going. We're not slowing down. And, we're going to try to speed up a little bit, actually, going into this new decade. And hopefully we can check back in a year. And, when we're rolling over to 2021, and hopefully this will be, you know, even better, you know. Hopefully things will have progressed to a point where I've got even more thank yous to give. But yeah, you know, I kind of wanted to say that, you know, to get a little bit more personal here, like, not to dig super deep into my life or my personal whatever, to go back to that point about you guys believing in me, I really mean that. You know, you guys believe in me in a way that nobody really has, if I'm being honest. Not to get sad, but no one has ever really given me that confidence. No one's ever really believed in me in that way, apart from maybe Nick. You know, enough to give me that confidence in myself, you know, and to kind of push me in that direction where I'm really like, you know, I'm starting to look at myself a little differently. Not in a bad way, like I'm getting an ego or some shit, but like in a way where I feel confident in myself, and I've never really felt super confident in myself. So, you know, I don't think I can ever really thank you guys enough for that, you know, and I don't really have words to even begin. So I'm going to try to repay you guys with a promise. And you guys better hold me to it. The promise is that I'm going to work harder than ever. I'm going to work harder than I ever have to bring you guys the content that you want to see. I'm going to try to be here as much as I can, because I know that the same way that you guys helped me, you've told me that I've helped you, and the last thing I want to do is jeopardize that. I want to try to repay you guys, and that's the only way I know how. So, you know, if you guys have been here for me, for so long, the least I could do is be there for you guys. Sorry about that cut, little tech issue. Yeah, but life gets hard, man. You know, things get real tough, and it can kind of start to break you down a little bit. But I don't think I've ever experienced something as like monumentally positive as streaming. You know, it's really helped me more than I really thought it ever could, you know, in my personal life, you know, and the only thing I can think of is I just want to say thank you, but it's like, I'm just saying thank you a bunch. It's like 10 minutes of thank yous. I don't know. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but just know that, you know, however much you guys say that I've helped you, you've probably helped me more, if we're being real. So, you've probably helped me more than you'll ever know. So, thank you for that, truly. I really, really appreciate it. And I look forward to doing this again in a year and seeing where we've progressed to. Yeah, and one little extra thing I wanted to say is that, you know, I talked a lot about how positive streaming has been for me. And I've talked about how you guys have helped me and how you guys have said that I've helped you. And the thing I want to say is that I hope that you guys find something as positive as streaming is for me. I hope that you find whatever that is for yourself. Maybe it is streaming. Maybe it's a job that you're passionate about. Maybe it's, you know, whatever the case may be. Something that helps you along your little journey of life. I really hope you find that, because I think I've found mine. And it's all thanks to you guys. So, yeah. I think that's about all I have to say right now. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Truly. I hope to see you guys tomorrow. And onward, I hope to see you guys next year when we do this again. So yeah, with that, I'm signing off. I hope you all have a wonderful night, day, whenever you're watching this. And yeah, we'll see you later. Bye-bye. Psych. Yeah, I forgot to do the outro thing where I thanked people that I said I was going to do. So it's the next day and my Elgato doesn't want to work right now. So I'm just going to do a little voiceover and we'll put the names on the screen. So here we go. Let's make this one quick because this video is long as fuck. Yeah, real quick though, just before we start, there's a lot of you motherfuckers. So if I don't get to you, if your name doesn't get said, I am terribly sorry. I really am. Hopefully you forgive me, but hopefully you also understand that there's a bunch of people, and it will be impossible for me to name everyone, but I'll try my best. So here we go. Oh, also these are in no particular order, just whatever order that was in the list that I went off of. Alright, so we got Orange Lion 88, Ezek, Tasty Chips, Paul, Eagle, Bryce, Neon, German, as well as Jackie, PTSD Man, aka Frank, Endeavor, Max, Bolt, A2, Kinetic, Nate, Zip, Stalin, Pixel, Pod, the whole mod squad, Somewhat a Person, aka Edgar, Boomy, Slater, Rhyolite, Cat, as well as Navin. And on top of that, I wanted to give a special thanks to Zanuck, who rated my channel earlier in the year and gave me a crazy ass stream. So thank you for that, Zanuck. Really appreciate that. And of course, last but certainly not least, my man Nick. I've talked at length about my mans. Don't got much more to say. Thank you all so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Love you guys, and have a good night.